I'm from a terrible place called Terre Haute, Indiana, originally. Thank God I've lived in Texas longer than I lived there, so now I'm a Texan, baby. Let me tell you, what made it horrible? Lost more friends to suicide before I turned 26 than I think most people have. Um, Ropes, mainly guns, an AK 47, and one poor young lady set herself on fire. Now, then you add in later on in life, let's shoot forward to when I got out in 1997, I went back, and then drugs were kicking everybody's ass. It was bad enough with just the pot, the coke, things like that, but we went through a dry spell during Reagan era. However, the first words out of one of my best friends that I grew up with was, "Hey, have you tried ice?" Well, that's what meth was called when it first came out. I don't know if it's called that anymore. But this stuff was actually kind of pinkish. And I was like, nope, wasn't interested. Well, then I eventually went ahead and tried it. And was on it for quite a while until I noticed, thanks to an ex-girlfriend of mine telling me that I looked like shit, went home, looked in the mirror, and realized that yes, I looked like shit. And I quit it immediately. You could say, wow, you're definitely one of them narcissists. But you know what? That's when narcissism is used for good. Kind of like President Trump. A lot of people say he's a narcissist because, well, he just tells it like it is. He's bold and embrazened and does his thing. Well, let me tell you something. The best part of Terre Haute moved away from there. And I'm not just talking about myself. I'm only a small part, but a lot of my friends, classmates who are alive or who may have passed on eventually, they left that place. Because if you didn't have the drug problems and the other dumb shit going on, then you have this stature thing that goes on. It is like, I thought that Terre Haute was the only place I'd ever experienced that from. Or, no, I'm better than you because I make this much more money. Or I have this much more toys. Or my house is better. Or, whatever. But it seems like America has become like London, like Britain, where class means everything. Well, class, as far as monetary reasons, okay, you have classes, upper, middle, lower, poor. But that doesn't really explain any kind of class that you may have as an individual, which far outweighs all that stuff. And once you get tired of listening to people, you get smart and you move away. I lived in Denver, Colorado. All right, for about six and a half years before I joined the Army the first time. And I went out there and it was a place of love. Yeah, I ran against some dickheads out there, but for the most part, man, everybody was friendly. It was great. And of course, I was the lead singer of a popular band at the time, and that always makes things great, all that stuff. But however, these people were just way more open. All they cared about was getting along and getting on with life and appreciating the mountains and the people around them. And if you wasn't down with that, just go away. We don't have time for you. It used to be whenever I heard that there was a tornado threatening Terre Haute, I would wish that it would wipe it off the face of the earth. I don't have a love-hate relationship. I don't love to hate Terre Haute. I hate to love it. But I do because that's where I was born and raised. And why? Because it helped shape me. And a lot of the lessons I know now, since I quit my professional drinking and drugging and all that crap, I realized some of the things that we stood for wasn't really all that wrong in my neighborhood. You didn't have snitches. You didn't have secret alliances. You just had each other. And anybody that came in the neighborhood that was either creeping or wasn't from there or both, you got dealt with. And that was called street justice. Anybody who fucked up, you had to meet the boys. And you know what? 9 times out of 10, we had a really peaceful fucking neighborhood. And I think America should be more like that to a certain extent. We're here for each other, not against each other, but however, if you come against one, you come against all, and it's your ass. Because obviously, your kind of vibe ain't welcome here. And what kind of vibe is that? Gen Z. I'm just going to explain this woke bullshit. And if President Trump becomes president again, I would make Black Lives Matter, Antifa, or anybody else, skinheads or whatever, a terrorist organization. Because all you care about is negative shit just for your own feeling of superiority. It's a curse. We all want to feel like we're more important than what we really are. I'm not that important. Only to my wife and my job, my dog and my cat. And I'm glad just to be important enough to be in that little bundle. God bless y'all. God bless our enemies. I love you.